How many people do you know? Is it 5? Is it 50? Is it 500? Do you have 5,000 Facebook friends? Well, the reality is, according to anthropologist Robin Dunbar, that no matter how many people you may be acquaintances with, you can only truly have relationships with about 150 people at any given time. That's called the Dunbar number. And so, once again, you may have all these connections across social media or thousands of contacts in your phone. But at the end of the day, the mental capacity to really have a legitimate, deep relationship with someone breaks down to about 150 people. So, my challenge to you today, Rachel with BNI Chicago, is to really think about the people in your referral network. How many true referral partners do you have? Now, again, your BNI chapter may have 15 or 50 people, but how many of them do you really have relationships with? Well, in BNI, we have a series of great tools in order to make sure that those relationships stay deep, stay strong, and that you're great referral partners and not just some people who kind of know each other that meet up once a week. So, this week, I would like to share with you one of my favorite tools for really strengthening relationships and being each other's go to referral sources, and that's the Gains Exchange, right? So, if you have never heard of the Gains Exchange, I highly recommend that you go on to bnipodcast.com or BNI Business Builder and search Gains Exchange for more information. But I'm going to break down the 5 categories of how referral partners get to know each other. If you want to build a deep relationship fast, a business building partnership, these are absolutely the 5 things that you must know about the people in your referral team, in your BNI chapter. First up, gains, G, goals. Why are goals so important? Because if I know where you're going, I can help you, whether it's by getting you a referral that's going to turn into revenue that helps you, or maybe there's a connection because of some infrastructure within your business that you need help with. Whatever that is, if I know as your referral partner what your goals are, I am a better BNI member to be with you. So you need to be able to look around the room, no matter what size your chapter is, and have a clear picture on what each person in the room is working on. And they need to know the same about you. Goals, right? Next up is accomplishments in our gains exchange. Accomplishments are crucial for us to know because that means you had a goal and now it's done, right? That's where you spent your time. There's a quote that if you want to know the character of a man, I want to know what he did with his time, right? Because if I know how you spent your time, I can predict your future. So it is really crucial, whether it's a personal or professional accomplishment, that you talk about that on your one-to-ones and with your chapter members so that we have a good idea of your values. Also, if I know you have recently accomplished a goal and I meet someone else who's got that same goal, that's a great connection because you two can work together. Perhaps you can provide some mentoring to that person who is still in process on a goal that you have already accomplished. Next up in our gains exchange, this is the place where people get stuck on one-to-ones, right? It's fun, right? It is fun to get to know new friends, and sometimes that is what our BNI members are to us. But the I in gains is for interest. And it is important, yes, to know who's your sports team, what TV shows or movies or music you like, personal, professional interests. However, the number one mistake I see BNI members make is that they get stuck on the interest when they're having a one-to-one. And Chris Meister calls that a fun-to-one, right? So if you are only talking about the latest TV show that you binged on Netflix, that is not the purpose of a one-to-one. A one-to-one should be business building for the purpose of helping us be better referral partners. So yes, spend a little time at your one-to-ones talking about your interests, but don't let that be the main topic of conversation. Goals, accomplishments, interests. Next up, if you want to get to know someone, get to know the people around them. N in gains is for networks. You are a BNI member here in Chicagoland. You are a BNI member in the United States. You are part of the international BNI network community. What else do you do? Are you in other business and professional networking? Do you belong to any trade associations for your specific profession? Perhaps you're in community-based organizations like a zoning board or a PTA. Maybe it's a little informal, book club, runners club. What is it that you do? Because if we know what groups the people in our chapter are affiliated with, we can be better referral partners. And finally, this is one of my favorite parts of the Gains Exchange. It is skills. Above and beyond what we expect for you in your profession, what are some skills you have? Maybe you speak another language or two. Perhaps you're CPR certified. What did you do in your previous career that maybe gives you a unique perspective on the way you work with customers now? if you want to make sure that your BNI members are as close as possible in your Dunbar number, in your inner circle, you must know their games. This week, I would like you to write down in the comment, what is your number one goal you are working on? We are past the midpoint of the 2024 year. What are you going to be spending your time in the coming weeks and months as a goal so that you can turn it into accomplishment by the end of the year? Thanks, everybody.